guys. I'm so glad you joined in with Chatting with Miss Patty. I really felt like the Lord gave me a word today, not to grow weary in your waiting. Sometimes it's so hard to watch somebody else get their prayers answered and you're still waiting. And sometimes when you're in the waiting time, the devil will come and say, your promise is never going to happen. And a few months ago, I ran across this article, and I go into the women's jail, and I really read this to them, and they really loved it. At first, I didn't understand it, but as I've kept reading and reading it, it really meant something to me. So I hope it means something to you, and I can't memorize it, so I'm going to read it to you. And I want you to really listen carefully, and I really feel like those that are in a time of waiting, this will really touch your heart. It says, an elephant and a dog became pregnant at the same time. 3 months down the line, the dog gave birth to 6 puppies. 6 months later, the dog was pregnant again. 9 months on, it gave birth to another dozen puppies. The pattern continued. On the 18th month, the dog approached the elephant, questioning, are you sure that you are pregnant? We became pregnant at the same time. I have given birth 3 times to a dozen puppies, and they are now grown to become big dogs, and you're still pregnant, and you're still waiting. What is going on with you? The elephant replied, there is something I want you to understand. What I am carrying is not a puppy, but it's an elephant. I only give birth every 2 years. And when my baby hits the ground, the earth will feel it. And when my baby proceeds and crosses the road, human beings will stop and watch in admiration. What I'm carrying will draw attention. So what I'm carrying is mighty and great. Don't lose faith when you see others receive their prayers answered. Don't be anxious of others' testimony. If you haven't received your own blessing, don't despair. Say to yourself, my time is coming. And when it does, it's going to hit the surface and it's going to shake the gates of hell, because this will be something that God produced. So don't grow weary in your time of waiting, because maybe what you're carrying is bigger than what you know. And guess what? When that thing comes forth, guess who's going to receive the glory? God is. God's going to receive the glory, and all eyes are going to be on God and not you. So I know it hurts when you see people get their prayers answered one after the other, just like this article was talking about. The dog kept giving birth to puppies, one thing after the other. And sometimes we see that happen, but the Bible tells us it's so important to celebrate with those that are celebrating. Weep with those that are weeping. So when you see someone get their prayers answered, don't be discouraged, because I've got good news for you. Jesus said that he is not a man that he should lie. Your prayers will be answered. But I got a feeling for those that are in the time of waiting, those prayers are going to be more than we could ever ask or think or imagine. So, I just want to leave you with this one thing. Don't grow weary while you're waiting. God has amazing things for his children. He knows exactly the perfect timing to cause that to happen. So don't grow weary. Just hang on and do celebrate with those that get their prayer answered, because one day, real soon, somebody will celebrate with you too.